Welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad, powered by Auto 24/7. So students, today we'll see the important MCQs. But before going into the MCQs, please subscribe our YouTube channel, share with your friends. Also join our Telegram channel and do download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the link in the description. So let's go into the first MCQ today. But before going into the MCQs, also please study this list because a lot of questions are present on this new cabinet ministers list. So please study the list first. So we'll have a brief discussion about this new cabinet ministers and their portfolios. So Narayan Rane is the Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. Sabarnand Sonowala for the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ministry of Ayush. Virendra Kumar is the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Jyotiraditya Scindia is the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Ramchandra Prasad Singh, Ministry of Steel. Dharmendra Pradhan, Ministry of Education. Ashwini Vaishnav, Ministry of Railways, Communication, Electronics and IT. Pashupati Kumar Paras, the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. Kiran Rijiju, the Ministry of Law and Justice. Rajkumar Singh, Ministry of Power and New and Renewable Energy. Hardeep Singh Puri, Petroleum and Natural Gas and Housing and Urban Affairs. Manshukh Mandavia, the Ministry of Health, Family Welfare, Chemicals and Fertilizers. Bhupendra Yadav, Environment, Forest, Climate Change, Labour and Employment. Purushottam Rupala, the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Kishan Reddy, Ministry of Culture, Tourism and the Northeastern Region. Anurag Singh Thakur, Ministry of the Information and Broadcasting and the Youth Affairs and Sports. So please remember this list because we have questions on these particular topics. So let's go into the first MCQ. So what is the estimated GDP growth rate of Indian economy for the fiscal 2021-2022 as per Fitch ratings? So what is the estimated GDP growth as per Fitch ratings? The answer is 10%. So Fitch ratings is a credit rating agency. So big three credit rating agencies. So one of them is Fitch ratings. So they revised the GDP growth rate for India as 10% for 2021-2022. Earlier the estimate was 12.8. So they reduced this because of the slow recovery post the COVID-19 second wave. So after the COVID-19 second wave, the recovery is very slow. So that is why they revised it to 10%. Okay. So they believe that rapid vaccination will help for economic recovery. So Indian economy is also very prone to these further COVID waves and lockdowns. So that is why they reduced this particular GDP growth rate to 10%. So Moody's, Standard & Poor and Fitch ratings are the big three credit rating agencies in the world. So Fitch Ratings is an American credit agency which is formed in 1914, headquartered in New York, and it is currently owned by the Harris Corporation, so which is an American multinational media company and a business information conglomerate. Okay, so these are the details about the Fitch Ratings. So next question. Veerbhadra Singh has passed away recently. Was the Chief Minister of which of the following state? Veerbhadra Singh, who passed away recently, is the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. So the veteran politician and the fourth and the longest serving Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. So he served nearly 6 times as Chief Minister, and he is also the country's first Chief Minister to ban the production, sale and use of the small polythene bags. So he completely banned the polythene bags. He also worked in the union government in different portfolios as a deputy minister in tourism and civil aviation, a Ministry of State for Industries, Ministry of Steel and Ministry of MSMEs. So in multiple roles he played a very crucial role. So next question. Which among the following sectors has been recently included as MSMEs by the government for the purpose of priority sector lending? So which among the following sectors has been included as MSMEs by the government for purpose of priority sector lending? The answer is retail and wholesale trade. So the Ministry of MSME, they decided to include the retail and wholesale trade as MSMEs so that they will be provided the priority sector lending. So this will help nearly 2.5 crore retailers and wholesalers. They will get the loans under MSME category. So they need to now register on the Udyam registration portal, which is a portal for MSMEs, mainly for registration of MSMEs. So now they will be provided loans under the MSME category, which are very low interest loans or zero interest loans. So the survey, the 16th edition of the Retail Business Survey says the May 2021 sales, which contribute to 10% of the nation's GDP, so they recorded a decline of 79%. They recorded a decline of 79% compared to last year because of the lockdowns. So lockdowns have created closure of business. So there is a decline of 79%. So that is why to support them, government has brought them under MSMEs. So next question. Indian Army has recently inaugurated a war memorial for Captain Gurjinder Singh Suri, who died in the 1999 Birsa Munda operation. So this particular incident happened at which place, and the war memorial was established at which place? So Indian Army has recently launched a war memorial for Captain Gurjinder Singh Suri, who died in the 1999 Birsa Munda operation. So this memorial is established at Gulmarg. So at Gulmarg, this particular memorial was established by the Indian Army on the birthday of Captain Gurjinder Singh Suri, who died during the Birsa Munda operation in 1999 near the line of control in the Gulmarg sector. So his father, Lieutenant Colonel retired Tej Prakash Singh Suri. So he was also present in the occasion. You can see here he is Tej Prakash Singh Suri. His son Gurjinder Singh Suri, so he passed away in this Birsa Munda operation. So Gurjinder Singh Suri was given Mahavir Chakra posthumously. So after his death, Mahavir Chakra was announced by the government. So this Birsa Munda operation is a punitive raid. So punitive raid conducted by the Indian Army against the Pakistani post by the Bihar battalion. So in November 1999, after the post Operation Vijay, so after the Kargil war, Operation Vijay, so some Pakistani army were holding posts, Indian areas. So this battalion, Bihar battalion under the commander of Captain Gurjinder Singh Suri, so they tried to reoccupy this Gulmarg post and he died in that particular operation. Okay, so this is about the Operation Birsa Munda. So next question, if you see some more details. So in this total operation, 17 Pakistani soldiers were expired, and from Indian team, Sepoy Manoj Kumar, Sepoy Birendra Kumar and Lance Naik Birendranath Tiwari. So three of them, other than the Captain Gurjinder Singh Suri, his teammates also expired in this particular operation. Okay, so these are all the points. So next question. So N. Venudar Reddy, so he is the he is appointed as which of the following? So N. Venudar Reddy is associated with which of the following? Is appointed as which of the following? The answer is Director General of All India Radio. So Director General of All India Radio is now N. Venudar Reddy. So he is an Indian Information Service Officer of 1988 batch. So currently working as the Principal Director of the News Service Division All India Radio. So he was given the additional charge of All India Radio by the Appointments Committee of Cabinet. So this All India Radio, if you see about All India Radio, which is established in 1957 as Akashvani. Akashvani means voice of the sky. So Reddy, he has a lot of, Venudar Reddy, he has a lot of experience in media planning and management, administration and news gathering. So definitely he is elevated post to the Director General will help the All India Radio, which is now sustaining, it is struggling to sustain in this pandemic times and the digital era. So All India Radio is very struggling in this digital era. So his contribution will help to the rise of the company. So he served in multiple categories in All India Radio as well as Doordarshan. So if you see about All India Radio, which is the national public broadcaster, radio broadcaster of India. So it's the sister service of Prasar Bharati's Doordarshan, which is India's television broadcaster. Doordarshan is television, All India Radio is radio. So now All India Radio, if you see, it is the largest radio network in the world and one of the largest broadcasting organizations in the world. So it serves nearly 420 stations, 92% of the country's area and 99% of the total population. It has programs in 23 languages and 179 dialects. So this was formed in 1936 and headquarters is in New Delhi. Okay, formed in 1936, headquartered in Delhi. So Akashvani, it is called as Akashvani from 1957. So after independence 1957, it is commonly called as Akashvani. So don't get confused. 1957 it is called Akashvani. 1936 All India Radio was established. Okay. The next question. Keshav Dutt, who passed away recently, he belongs to which sport? So Keshav Dutt, who passed away recently, he belongs to hockey. So he is a two-time Olympic gold medalist. So he is a part of the 1948 Olympics where India beat Britain in the Wembley Stadium. So which is the first gold after independence. He is also the vice captain of the Olympics, Helsinki Olympic Games, where also he bagged another gold medal. So before 1948 Olympics, Dutt has toured East Africa under the leadership of Major Dhyan Chand in 1947. So Dutt also captained the team for the Mohan Bagan hockey squad between 1951-53 and 1957-58. So these are all the achievements of Kesav Dutt, who belongs to the sport hockey. So please remember, very very key person. He is the first fine players of hockey. So you need to remember. Next question. So which of the following two cities of India will host the Women Asian Cup 2022? So which of the following two cities of India will host the Women Asian Cup 2022? Answer is Mumbai and Pune. So Mumbai, Pune, they will host this Women Asian Cup, which is conducted by the Asian Football Confederation. So earlier venues were Bhubaneswar and Ahmedabad, but to maintain the biosecure bubble, to maintain the minimizing the travel time for players and organizations, and also to maintain people, these players from COVID. So this particular Mumbai Pune venue was taken instead of Bhubaneswar Ahmedabad, because they are very long, Bhubaneswar and Ahmedabad. So in Mumbai, the Mumbai Football Arena at the Andheri Complex and Sri Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in Pune. So both of them are chosen as venues. So an air bubble will be created. So not even one person from outside will be allowed into the air bubble, so that the players will not be affected by COVID-19 pandemic, and this event will be conducted without any disturbance. Okay. So see details about the Asian Football Federation. So which is one of the 6 federations within the FIFA. So it is a governing body of football mainly in Asia and Australia. So total 47 members, almost everyone from Asia, which is formed in 1954, headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And the present president is Salam bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa from Bahrain. So he is the present president from New Delhi to Washington. His book only we studied last year. So he is an Indian economist. So he was awarded the Humboldt Research Award. So this research award has nearly 60,000 euros prize money. So he wished to use that prize money on research regarding moral philosophy, game theory, law and economics. So if you see about Kaushik Basu, he is the chief economist of World Bank earlier. Now he is a professor at Cornell University. Earlier he worked for Government of India's Chief Economic Advisor between 2009 to 2012. He is also the recipient of Padma Bhushan, and this particular award is established by the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, which is headquartered in Bonn-Bad Godesberg, which is present in Germany. So Bonn-Bad Godesberg is a city in Germany. So this award was established by the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation. So they re-established this award after multiple times in 1953. So they are now giving it to nearly 100 recipients, 100 people across the world, mainly scientists and economists, for their work. Total 100 people every year awarded this particular award, and the award has nearly 60,000 euro. They can carry research work using these euros, and they can come to Germany, they can stay in Germany, they can use the Germany facilities up to 1 year to do any research. So these are all the facilities given under this particular award. Okay, so please remember all these points. So next question, which of the following Metro Rail Corporation has launched India's first FASTag or UPI interface based parking facility? So which of the following Metro Rail Corporation has launched the India's first FASTag or UPI interface based parking facility? So the answer is DMRC. So Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. So Delhi Metro Rail Corporation has launched this FASTag or UPI based parking facility to reduce the time of entry and payment. So this facility was first established at the Kashmiri Gate metro station. So this parking facility will be availed for the autos, taxis and e-rickshaws. So here it can accommodate 55 four-wheelers and 174 two-wheelers. So only the vehicles with FASTag will be allowed into this facility. So four-wheelers with FASTag, they can come into this facility. So money will be deducted from FASTag. So if you are having a two-wheeler, you need to swipe your DMRC card, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation smart card, to enter into this parking facility. Now money will be calculated by using this smart card, and you need to pay pay parking fee using QR code. Okay, so only smart card will be used to calculate the time and money. Okay, then you need to pay the money using the QR code. So details about DMRC, which is a center state, 50% Delhi government, 50% central government. So which is a center state public sector company that operates the Delhi Metro. So it involves in planning implementation of the metro rail, monorail, high speed rail projects in India and abroad. So mainly it is categorized into projects, operation, maintenance, finance, HR. So each under the control of director and finally with the finally under the managing director. So DMRC formed in 1955, 1995, headquarters in Delhi, and the first managing director of DMRC is the Metro Man of India, E. Sridharan. So E. Sridharan, the Metro Man of India, is the first managing director of DMRC, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. Next question, Haiti President Jovenel Moïse, so he was assassinated at his residence. So you know Haiti president recently was assassinated at his residence. So what is the currency of Haiti? So what is the currency of Haiti? The answer is Haitian goud. So Haitian goud is the currency of the Haiti country. So Haitian president Jovenel Moïse, so he was killed at his residence by some unidentified gunmen, some groups. So first lady Martine Moïse, she was hospitalized, severely wounded and hospitalized. So the interim prime minister Claude Joseph, he announced a state of emergency and he made the entire country under the control of armed forces and police. So this country Haiti is a Caribbean country which is facing a lot of political instability and gang violence. So there is a lot of instability and lot of gang violence. Just a minute. So this country Haiti is facing lot of political instability and gang violence. So these armed gangs, they are now controlling the country and they are terrorizing the people with kidnaps, rapings and killings. So this is the situation of the country, and in this critical situation, the president Jovenel Moïse was assassinated. So please remember here, Haiti capital Port-au-Prince, and Haiti's currency Haitian goud. The next question, Indian Army has named one of its firing ranges in Kashmir after Bollywood actress. So who is that Bollywood actress? So Indian Army has named one of its firing ranges in Kashmir after Bollywood actress. Who is that Bollywood actress? Answer is Vidya Balan. So Vidya Balan, under the name of Vidya Balan, a firing range was named. So this firing range is present in Gulmarg in the Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. So this decision was taken for her contribution to the Indian cinema. So recently she also visited the Gulmarg Winter Festival, which is organized by Indian Army with her husband Siddharth Roy Kapoor, and she is recently present in this movie called Sherni, Amazon Prime's Sherni movie, as a forest officer, an upright forest officer who will fight against all the crimes happening in the forest and also about the taboos present in the society. So her performance was very good in this particular movie, so do watch this movie also. So for her contribution to Indian cinema, she was awarded this particular, she was given this particular honor. So next question. So name the newly appointed Cabinet Minister of Health and Family Welfare. So name the newly appointed Cabinet Minister of Health and Family Welfare. The answer is Manshukh Mandavia. So Manshukh Mandavia is the new Minister of Health and Family Welfare. So name the Ministry of Education. The answer is Dharmendra Pradhan. Ministry of Education, Dharmendra Pradhan. So name the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Name the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Singh Thakur. Anurag Singh Thakur. So do by heart the entire list, very, very important. So the last question for today, Bajaj Allianz General Insurance and which of the following bank has entered into a corporate agency agreement for the distribution of Bajaj Allianz General Insurance products? So the Bajaj Allianz General Insurance and which of the bank has entered into a corporate agency agreement for the distribution of Bajaj Allianz General Insurance products? The answer is Bank of India. So Bank of India and Bajaj Allianz both have entered into a corporate agency agreement for the distribution of Bajaj Allianz insurance products across all the 5084 branches of Bank of India. So Bajaj Allianz provides lot of insurances like the motor, health, home, travel, along with commercial insurance like engineering, marine to the bank customers. So this will help the bank customers to have lot of insurance products. So please remember, Bajaj Allianz formed in 2001 and headquartered Pune. Bank of India formed in 1906 and headquartered in Mumbai. So these are all the MCQs for today. So do subscribe our YouTube channel, share with your friends. So join the Telegram channel. The PDF is only available in our Telegram channel. So do download the Career Power Hyderabad app. So we provide coaching for Bank, SSC, RRB. So do download the app. We'll provide the link in the description. So that's it for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you one and all.